Well, good morning all you lovely people. Welcome back to Grumpy Old Git in the Corner on a Friday that started out quite bright, but we've got a few clouds coming across now. Don't exactly look natural. Well, obviously today the big focus is on the by-elections, the local elections that have been taking place, and many of the results already in. And it went as expected. Reform made some quite big gains. Tories lost a lot. And obviously Labour. The obvious one with Labour was the Runcorn one. I don't know why everybody seems to focus on one bloody area, just because it's a Labour area, but the Labour lost it, but not by much. They actually had to do 2 recounts, and Reform won it by just 6 votes. I mean, Labour did manage to hang on to a few areas, but the biggest gains, as I say, were obviously Reform. And from what I see, the biggest losers were the Tories. But most of that was really to be expected, wasn't it? But I've been looking at it from the way of one of the other set of numbers that they're giving. And I've got to say, I'm really disappointed. Now, and this is the turnout, how many actually voted. Now, some areas was less than 30% turnout. Now, I know local elections aren't renowned for huge turnouts, but with the shit going on in this country now, I thought it would have been a bit bigger. So, to me, that just tells me that there are still many, many people out there that really don't give a shit about what's going on. You know, they couldn't be bothered to turn out and vote. Now, these people are all going to be suffering the same as us to a degree. Yeah, some of them are affluent areas, shall I say. But don't forget, in a way, some of those will be paying more tax and council tax. They just don't notice it as much because they've already got the money. But yeah, Labour, Tories took a bit of a bashing. And obviously mainstream media trying to bill it as, the far right, the racists are winning more and more, which is as far from the truth as you can fucking get. But I can't wait to hear what the bullshit's going to be, the spin's going to be, the lies are going to be from Labour in the House now. Nothing's ever going to top Starmer trying to rebrand himself as a patriot along with the Labour Party over VE Day. You know, Europe really, really should think about what that day means for those as well. You know, it was a day of liberation for many countries. But yeah, hang on to your seats. It's going to get very interesting. And I think there is going to be some big changes. But before any of them changes can be made, obviously it means Starmer has got to admit that he was wrong over some things. Well, as far as I'm concerned, over most things. Has he got the bollocks to do that? Make himself look a twat? Well, he does anyway, so in my eyes it won't make any difference. But obviously the main ones of Redhead, old Miliband's net zero bullshit and ideas. Now that's been totally ripped apart, defunct. It's not feasible, it's not affordable, and it isn't ever going to work. That's one major one. along with the water boards and shit like that, but that's for another video. And of course the other one is Rachel from accounts. You know, not only is she destroying the economy in this country, which many top financial institutions have said she is doing. She's wrong with what she is doing. The country can't survive like this. You know, and between her and Starmer, they've just about destroyed any of this so-called special relationship with America. So that's another big thing. I mean, she hasn't got a clue what she's doing. And neither has he, to be honest. Yet they blindly forge on, pushing their bullshit forwards. Basically, if we do ever get another general election, there's going to be nothing left to fucking elect on, to vote on, really. You know, as I say, Starmer's going to have to man up and admit that he was wrong, but that's going to come from a bloke that doesn't even really know the difference between a man and a woman. But I'll leave it there for today, folks. I've been quite calm and collected. Just for those that have noticed this in the background here, no, I'm not back on riding mountain bikes. I can't even get my leg over one at the moment. A mate of ours very graciously came round and cut the lawn and scarified it and knocked it right back for me yesterday. I have messed myself up physically trying to help. Not that I was much of one, but I did what I could. And in return, he's bought this second-hand mountain bike. It needs the gears looking at and tuning and the brakes as well, because it's a bit of a safety issue on it. But it's something I can do, something I know how to do, something I can do sat down, something I can do at my leisure, because he's in no great rush for it. You know, he does a lot for me, and this is just my way of giving a little bit back using my knowledge. But anyway, the weather going into the bank holiday weekend, as they used to say in the old series Stingray, anything can happen in the next half hour. Because with the way they are manipulating things, we're not having a heat wave, we're just having a few nice warm days, although they keep mentioning heat wave. But whatever you're doing, do it as and where you want, enjoy it, but as always, while doing it, stay safe, stay strong, and stay free from the bullshit. Have a great weekend, guys. Respects.